Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we are swatching something a little different. I actually did like a Five Below haul a while ago, and I said I would swatch the markers and the writing implements that I purchased with it on the paper that I purchased from there. So here it is. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, let me know in the comments down below and don't forget to subscribe. So I am starting out with the pens. I will go ahead and leave a link up top. I only actually purchased one set of pens from Five Below, and first impressions, I loved the pastel colors, and it's got black ink. It's medium ink, which I normally prefer fine points, but medium works just fine. There was no bleed through, and it's a regular ballpoint ink pen, not gel. So I didn't have any problems with it skipping, and I feel like it moved pretty smoothly. It could have been a little bit smoother, like some of the more high-end Pentel pens that I have, but overall, great for the price. I was really actually pretty hyped, and I likely go ahead and buy more. So next up is the Art 101 Illy markers, and they are dual-ended markers. One end is like a brush tip, and the other one is more, sorry, not a brush tip, sorry, a chiseled tip like a highlighter, and the other end I believe is a regular pointed tip like a marker. So first impressions, it's definitely got that vibrancy and it goes on pretty smooth. However, I'm showing you the tip again, the other end of the tip, because I feel like you should know both of them. You see that like slight feathering at the edges where it's like bleeding away. I don't think I necessarily like that very much. And I always hesitate because I don't like saying I don't like something, because maybe that is what you're looking for. However, for my purposes, these are mostly just for journaling or adding accents to things. At the very most, I am not using them to do colorful special effects. So keeping that in mind, the feathering did kind of turn me off just a little bit, because I kept focusing on it. Because you don't see it immediately, it's as it dries, it kind of just spreads out. And I haven't really had that with my Tombos or my midliners or my Crayola super tips. So that's a baseline for what I'm comparing these two, in case you were wondering, because it's important to know. And I am just going through the rest of the colors because I wanted to make sure that they all worked. If they're all working, they will go into my likely like third string. They wouldn't go in my travel bag per se, but waste not, want not. I may give them to my granddaughter because she enjoys art as well. So that may be a thing. However, I don't think they're washable. So that might be the only reason why I wouldn't immediately just say, here, take this pack, run with it, create with it, do whatever feels good. Because when she's hanging out with me, I wash her clothes and I am not interested in the stains. So next up, we're looking at the other set of very super fine tip markers, or marker pens if you prefer. I actually loved these so much. They didn't write super smooth. However, I did still like the point. I like the fine point for detailing. So like if I have colored in a picture and then I just want to do some details, I want to draw a few little accents, this is what I would use. And I love that very much, especially like if I'm outlining some lettering that I've done. So this does make me happy. The notebook that I'm using is, if you have checked out the video that I did long ago, I am using that 3-part notebook, the one that had the lines, the blank paper, and the dots. So I chose that one because chances are I would end up putting a lot of different types of media in it, and I need to know how it would perform with the writing utensils available at the store, just in case, because I don't usually like mix. I was a little disappointed because some of the markers had already dried out, and I wanted you guys to know that I actually had not swatched these prior to, so I hadn't opened them, and there was no chance that I just left it open and it dried out. So I wasn't sure if that was a factoring defect or if, like, in the store people have been opening things, taking them out and playing with them. So I just continued with the other ones that I had, and some worked, some did not. I tried to give myself a reminder of which ones don't work by showing myself the names in the video so that I could go ahead and just eliminate those later. They're not going to be much use to me. They're already dried out. I don't know how to rehydrate them. And even if I did, I'm not sure that I would go through it for the prices that I paid. The big takeaway from this is, while some of the products are pretty fabulous for the price, keep in mind you get exactly what you pay for. My husband has tried to drill this in my head a million times because I am a deal shopper. I love deals. And so I also did get a pack of just, I don't know what you would call them. It's a multi-pack of different size black inked markers for outlining, drawing, whatever purposes I may want to use them for. And they come with different widths of the pen. I really like that because sometimes it calls for a fine tip for smaller details. Sometimes I need a bigger tip, like a brush pen all the way. So I liked that they had this, and I actually have been trying to track these down for like close to a year because I saw them at my Five Below, and then suddenly they were no longer there anymore. So the next time I saw them, I totally grabbed a pack. As a matter of fact, I actually first saw them online, and I was so excited about getting them online. And I had made up my mind, got to the checkout and everything, and they were like, put in your credit card number. Apparently, like, that's my impulse shopping kryptonite, is putting in like my physical credit card number. It just slows down the whole process because now, like, I have to think about it. And as soon as I start thinking about it, I'm like, oh, this is the shipping and everything. And then I still have to wait. I might as well just go to my Five Below. It's not that far away. And like, I don't have to put in my credit card information. So, um, that was the original hold up about the whole process. And then when I did actually get to the store, they didn't have them anymore. And I was so sad about it because I was really looking forward to trying a pack with multiple size nibs so that I could just try them out, see what happens, see where it goes. And the option was no longer open to me. So of course now I'm absolutely obsessing over it, just like I do with nail polishes. Speaking of, I unfortunately forgot to write down or somewhere make note of what polish I'm wearing in this video. All I know is I think it was, you know what? I'm just not going to even speculate because at this point my collection is large enough that it could be one of several different types of polishes. I think it was an ethereal, but then again, it could have been a lumen. So I just feel really bad because I don't remember which polish it was, and I had so much fun wearing it, and I didn't even take a picture. I'm just really disappointed at myself right now. But here is the other side of the paper, and as you see, the fine liners did not bleed through as much, but the markers definitely left bleed through, and then they left bleed through on the next page. So I don't think I would ever buy those again. The pens, yes. Fine tip markers, yes. Even like the little multiple pack nibs, yes. And of course the mechanical pencils. So if you are part of my nail fam, I am sending out virtual hugs. Thank you so much for sitting through this video with me and hanging out. I appreciate you so much. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hanging out. As always, take care of yourselves and each other.